What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for today, and we finally have some nice plays hitting for us today. We actually have a nicely profitable day right here. Is it the most amazing day ever? No, but we will take it, right? We cashed this 10x right here, guys. This is with defender and goalkeeper correlation. We are getting full 10x payouts for this. You will also see this play right here, this cash for a 6x right here, okay? And this was a play that I sent out as well yesterday, I believe, and we also just cashed this one. You'll see that they're playing 92 minutes. They should play about 95 to 96 minutes, and both of these guys cashed their overs right here because they had a lot of passing in this game, okay? So when a team has a lot of passing in soccer, you're going to see a lot of possession. They're going to see a lot of passes together. When a team does not see that, you're going to see probably the unders hit together, and that is how it's correlated, right? Soccer, one of the best forms of correlation there is. Here's another example of that right here. The amount of 0.5 misses that we have had the past 7 days have just blown my mind, right? The craziness has not stopped. Honestly, every single day, even though we had a winning day, I mean, every single day we faced the harshest pain ever, going up and missing 0.5s every single day, every single night. It just does not stop here. We miss Rich Willer UCal by 0.5 here. This would have been another 6x that we could have hit here. This one right here, Marco Sensei misses by 0.5 pass attempts. He needed to pass the ball one more time in like a 100-minute game. I know it's 90 minutes, but they have additional time. In 100 minutes, he needed one more pass, and he did not do it. And yeah, I mean, super unfortunate there. This one obviously doesn't miss by 0.5, but this was also a super close miss. This one doesn't miss by 0.5 either, but also a very, very close miss right here with soccer going 3 or 4. Of course, anything that's 3 or 4 is going to be a close miss. And then right here, guys, with Josh Hart. And I was looking at this entry. I can't bring myself to watch the last 5 minutes of these games anymore. I really cannot. I saw that we were able to cash out for a 2x, and I almost pulled the trigger. I'm going to be honest, I would have pulled the trigger if I didn't have to come on and talk to these entries every day, and I didn't want to cash out and be like, hey, look, I cashed out. You should have cashed out. But I mean, I knew that Josh Hart was going to go over at 11. He ended up at half at like 4. His line bumped all the way down to like 8.5 by halftime, looking like he was not going to get this. And then 2 minutes left in this game, he gets at the line 2 times, and then he goes 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and he goes over at 11 and misses at 0.5 once again. I mean, you know, you really can't make some of this stuff up, you know, and this is me on a good day, right? Like, look at the past entries we have had in the NBA, guys. I honestly was, you know, I was honestly looking at a lot of this stuff and was like, is NBA even worth it? Like, do I even want to bet on NBA? And I want to know in the comments, guys, do you guys even care about betting on the NBA? Because it's so frustrating to lose like this every single day, it seems like. You'll see, here's the past entries that we've sent in the play-in games. And I mean, we missed Draymond by 0.5. Tyler Hero, crazy miss on him a couple of nights ago. LaMelo Ball misses by 1. Josh Hart misses by 0.5. And then some of the plays that we have called correctly have been easy cash, right? Kristaps, easy cash. Quentin Grimes, easy cash. LaMelo, easy cash a couple of nights ago. This was in that Miami and Hornets game. And then Jabari, kind of an easy cash. KD ends up going in DMPing, so Jabari's line moves up a little bit there, and he gets 16. I think he's at 14 for quite a while, so it took him like a full quarter to get one more point. But I mean, I don't know. It feels like the NBA plays have been called well. It just like, we're just getting like all of these plays, by the way, like Draymond, Hero, LaMelo, and Josh Hart. All of these things have happened within the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. LaMelo actually gets pulled out of the game with like 10 minutes left. I guess the only thing that we did miss by like a decent margin was Devin Booker a couple of nights ago, and even that, he had 16 points at halftime, so he was well on his way to cashing. So with all that being said, guys, we did have a green day yesterday. Also on Sleeper, we have 2 setups going into tonight, and then on Sleeper yesterday, these were the plays that I gave out in yesterday's video, right? I gave out this Josh Hart pick with Impact, Hambach, Dark Wings, and I explained that. By the way, this game went 1-1 if you guys were curious. I did a big explanation about that in the last video that I filmed. And then right here, these were also the plays that I gave out in that video, right? So we took Ayton with KD. KD gets DMP'd, so this goes ahead and cancels. And then we took this guy to get 1 save. Obviously, he's going to do that. And we took AO over points, and he does go ahead and cash. So this was a 3.1 8x that we did cash in the YouTube video that I last posted. So that's really nice there. Again, I talked about Sleeper at length in yesterday's video. I'm going to talk about it again today. Before I talk about Sleeper, guys, I do want to say, if you want to get entered in this signed Tyrese Maxey jersey, all you have to do is like and comment every single day. So comment if you guys catch some of these like 10Xs, or if you guys are missing by 0.5 and you guys are frustrated with that. I mean, I agree. This is not the first day that we've had these 0.5Xs. It's been like this whole week. We've had so many close 0.5 misses. Yeah, also, if you don't know to comment, just comment who you think is going to win the finals. Yeah, it's going to be a great comment there. So like and comment every single day. You'll get entered to win this signed Tyrese Maxey jersey, which I'm going to be giving away towards the end of April. Okay, so do not miss out on that. I talked about Sleeper at length the last video I posted, guys, because of the discounts, because of the protected entries, the free $5, $10 protected promos that they run. I think one of these, yeah, this one right here with Jabari and with Goodwin. So this game's happening in the next couple of hours here with Goodwin. This is a fully protected $5 entry. Okay, so that doesn't sound like that much, but again, a lot of people out there, and this is completely fine, are $5, $10 bettors, right? So they put $5 to $10 on every single play they take. So this is a completely free pick. If it misses, we get our $5 back. If it hits, then we get $15. And what I want to say is that if you're a $30, $40 bettor and you're like, oh man, who cares about $5, man? What you can do is take these protected entries at $5, $10 and try to make like a 40x out of it, right? Try to make like a 40, 50x, like a 7-8 man. I get it. It's not gonna hit all the time. Those are very rare to hit, but if it does hit, you might get like $300, $400 out of it. So you can definitely find use with all these PrizePicks promos and stuff, guys. Just play higher level entries, right? So Sleeper, text me Sleeper to my number right here on the screen. You'll get 2 free months of the VIP for that. And we have another protected entry, and this one is actually a free $10 protected entry, guys. So this is a free $10. It's like someone hands you $10 on the street and says, you know what, go bet on this with whatever you like. Of course, we're going to take that money and we're going to use it. So Jalen Duren, we're going to take him under 33.5 PRA. And then Jokic, we're going to take him over 1.5 3-pointers made. So with Duren, I actually forgot to pull up Jokic's line here, but with Duren, guys, he has really underperformed this line a lot. Now, this is a very thin margin line, all right? So at 33.5, I like it, but at 33, I do not like it as much, okay? But I really, really like this line here. They're facing a stronger defense. You're seeing they're facing the top 5 defense in the NBA right here, and they've consistently been top 5 this entire time. If you look at his head-to-head matchups against the Magic over his career, I guess you're looking at his career against the Magic all the way back to like 2022. But again, if you look at the past couple of games that he has played against the Magic, this one in the beginning of April, this one in March, and then this one in late November and stuff, you will see that he has gone under this line quite a lot. The only time he went over this line was the end of October, where he gets 35. Okay, so I really like this matchup. I really like this line for him to go under. If you look at all of 2026, he's only hit this 42% of the time to go over. So I really like this line for Duren here, okay? So Duren, Jokic over, guys. Again, this is completely risk-free. So if it misses, then no sweat, right? We get our $10 back. If it hits, then we get $26 for it, and we're very happy about that, of course. All right, so before I get into the PrizePicks play of the day, guys, I do want to say, if you guys want to sign up for other apps, POLYMARKET, Kalshi are some of the hottest apps on the market right now. They are pretty much what is called prediction markets. So you can bet on things and you can actually trade your shares of things. So let's say you bet on the Thunder to win the NBA Finals, and you bet on them at maybe 30% right now. And let's say they win all the way up until the finals, and it gets to that game 1 of the finals, and they end up having like a 70-80% chance of winning at this point. You can actually sell your shares, right? So you bought it at 30% odds, and then now you're selling it at 70-80% odds and getting that money back right there. So you don't have to pretty much see a bet all the way out, and you can bet on anything, guys. You can bet on sports, of course. You can bet on political things if that's your thing. You can bet on the weather even if you really want to, right? I wouldn't recommend just going and just betting on everything possible, but there are people making a lot of money on these very niche markets, and I'm a big fan of niche markets, right? Like esports, right? I talk about esports a lot. That is kind of more of a niche market. When you talk about big markets, you're talking about NBA, NFL, and a lot of these big sports, but I am big on niche markets because I don't think the lines are set correctly, right? If you think about something that only has 300 people betting on it, it's not going to be as a smart of a line line as something with a million people betting on it, with millions of dollars in research going into setting that specific line, okay? So PolyMarket, Kalshi, guys, super easy to sign up for. It takes maybe 3 to 4 minutes to do that. Text me Kalshi, text me Poly. My number's right here on the screen. And you guys can also, of course, sign up for Sleeper like I mentioned earlier in the video, okay? Here's going to be the play of the day on PrizePicks, guys. Victor Wembanyama, I am taking him over 39.5 points plus rebounds. And I think the Spurs are going to very easily win this series. I think it probably will be 4-1 in this series. I think Wemby is going to absolutely destroy the Trailblazers tonight and throughout the series. And I really, really love Victor in this matchup. So if he does hit, I think he'll probably hit and maybe get like 44 to 45. And if he does do that, look towards us retaking him every single game, okay? Because I really do like his matchup against the Trailblazers. You'll see that they have a softer defense, 22nd against defense, and the biggest thing here is that on the season they are 27th against points, okay? So again, you have points, rebounds. Of course, most of points, rebounds is going towards points. If you look at his last 5 games, you'll see that he is just absolutely on an insane run recently, right? You have this game here where he gets 22, but he only played 15 minutes. So any of these games, guys, he's going to play over 30 minutes tonight. I mean, it's a playoff game. You know, they want to take these games serious. The Spurs want to cement themselves as a serious team once again and start making one of these playoff runs that I know they can make. So you'll see just some of these games that he gets even 30 minutes, guys. He's getting 30 minutes on the dot, and he's getting 50, 59, 53, just easily going over. So I think he'll probably play 33 to 35 minutes tonight, maybe even more. And I think he'll probably be in the mid 40s, like I said, okay? So I think this is a super soft line. I think this is pretty much set at his floor. I think at the minimum, he gets 10 rebounds and 20 points or something. Or sorry, I think he gets like 10 rebounds and 30 points here. So this is going to be the play of the day here for Wemby, and then the play of the day for League of Legends is going to be Dignitas and Team Liquid, and I'm taking Photon, XU, and Palafox. I'm taking them over 11.5 maps 1 through 2 kills, and I really like this play here because I do think Team Liquid is the much better team. If you guys watched the last video I posted, it's when I say I think something, a lot of times I'm basing this off of sportsbooks odds, so just clearly Team Liquid is the better team. Dignitas is actually one of the worst teams, but I still think in a 2-0 scenario, so if this team does go 2-0, Dignitas, I still think that they can hit 11.5 kills, okay? So even if a 2-0 does happen, I still think 11.5 is possible. Now, if you guys know how League of Legends works, if this game goes 1-1, then we're in really good shape because that's going to make them win one game, and pretty much the line is set right now, like this team is going to get swept and go 0-2, okay? So I really like this line here. Sometimes the lines are just way too low, so it's nice to see there. And yeah, that's going to be the play of the day on PrizePicks, guys. So overall, a good day. You know, we left a lot of units on the table, I guess, because of all these 0.5 misses. But, I mean, what can you do, right? These were extremely close entries. Some of these guys missing by 1 pass attempt and stuff, or Josh Hart getting 1 more free throw than he deserves. It's just crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, we did cash a 10x, and then we cashed a 6x here. So you have to think about with this 10x, guys, we instantly go up 9 units because of this 10x hitting. And you can also think about this as 9 entries that lost, this paid for it, okay? So if you scroll through your PrizePicks account, you see this 1 hit right here. And then you count down 9 losses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losses. This 1 entry paid for all 9 losses if you do see 9 losses in your PrizePicks account, okay? So that's what we do here, guys. Long term, these 10x's and 6x's and 9x's are going to pay out for all of the losses that we have. And we're going to eventually, guys, I'm telling you right now, with soccer and League of Legends and all this stuff going on right now, we're going to eventually have one of those days in the next, you know, I don't know, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's the next week, whether it takes a month, we're going to have one of those days where we go up 30 to 40 units. I'm telling you guys right now, it could have been yesterday very easily with all of these 3 out of 4s. So, you know, any day could be one of those explosive days that we just, it makes our month when we have a day like that, right? If you go up 40 units in a day, 30 units in a day, you know, it can make a full month, and we might go up 45 units in an entire month, 30 units in, or 50 units in an entire month, and it might be solely based because we had one massive day. And again, you got to be telling the bets to find that out, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for sticking along and chugging through some of these entries and some of these just absolute gut-wrenching misses a lot of these days, right? So thank you guys again, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.